morning, good afternoon, good evening to all my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful, it's super duper delicious, and that life is treating you oh so deliciously. So what do we do? 3, 2, 1, beam me up my juicy little lights. Thank you, little lights, you delicious and bright. Yes, they are, aren't they, my delicious little babies? They really, really are. Keep shining that light, keep shining that light. Okay, my delicious little babies? Okay. Now then, I've just put up a shorty video, my delicious little babies. It's only a tiny bit, but it's showing you how windy it is in the old UK. I've left the window open so that you'll be able to hear the wind coming in, okay, my delicious little babies, okay, but of course it may differ in other parts of the old UK. Now then, so yeah, I'm wearing today because I've got gold, and I've got red, and I've got this was actually bought for me from one of my other beautiful and wonderful dear little friends. Okay, she bought me that a couple of years ago, my delicious babies. I've actually forgotten what the stone's called now, believe it or not, but it's actually for protection, because something today made me feel as though I must protect my there we are, my energy for some reason. Okay, my delicious little babies, so I'll just show it you again, and it'll probably pay for some of you, if you're into the old spiritual, to maybe to pop into a spiritual shop and maybe go and purchase something, you know what I mean, that's going to help you, some sort of crystal. Okay, now then, my delicious little babies, so I'm going to start this off by saying, now this is on YouTube, my delicious little babies, so it's in the old space bar, because that's what we used to call it, these days they call it a search engine, years ago it used to be called space bar. Okay, so this uploader happens to have 17.9 thousand subscribers. Now, I do mention this gentleman from time to time. His name is Nigel Watson, Watson. Okay, my delicious little babies, Nigel Watson. So you'd only have to just type him into the space bar in YouTube, my delicious little babies. Okay, and the video should read, "Are we the baddies?" Okay, my delicious little babies, I'm just going to repeat that once again for you. Are we the baddies? Okay, my delicious babies. Now, what this video is about, it's about 13 minutes long, my delicious little babies. And what he's talking about, there's a Ukrainian man who's come over for the football. Okay, I think it's Lancashire and somebody else, okay, in the UK. Anyway, somebody's thinking about me. I hope it's juicy and delish. Okay, my delicious babies. Anyway, let me get back to the matter in hand. Okay, I always say that anyway. I'm only larking with you. Anyway, so yes. So, and during you've got all the crowds and everything, to do this football match. Okay, in our UK, I've still got my pencil now, delicious little babies. Anyway. And well, he does what is like a Nazi salute. Okay, my delicious little babies, this Ukrainian man, and he's all very colourful with his jacket and everything. Anyway, my delicious little babies, very interesting indeed. But there is something else that I'd like you to, and it reminded me of something else, and I'll tell you that in a moment, okay? Because there's many things that happen in our lives, okay? And it could be day to day, everyday things now, do you say? But what happens is that, it's whoever you've met, or, not in that way with anybody, or whoever I meet, okay? I do not mean it's that way. What I'm talking about is that you forget, there we are, the fine detail, shall we say, okay, my delicious little babies. So let me just proceed in what I'm saying. So anyway, so if you was to go onto the Crow House, now I do mention, oh God bless him, not in that way, our lovely Mexican, okay, which you'll usually find him a lot on BitChute, okay, my delicious little babies, he's banging his, okay, my delicious little babies, a really lovely gentleman, okay, and he gives out some excellent, there we are, banging videos, okay. Now, if we go back, is it a couple of years ago? could be longer, or it could be maybe slightly shorter, okay? Anyway, the point is, if we look at, now my video should not come down, but if it does, it does. There's no point in me getting upset or worked up about it. I'm well past that point, my delicious little babies. Do you understand what I mean? Well past it, believe me on that one, okay? But if we go back in time and we go back to the symbolisms, the different symbolisms, okay, my delicious little babies, Maxigan did an excellent video, my delicious little babies, and he explained everything, and he showed you the photographs and everything, my delicious little babies, okay? So brilliant. That video was so brilliant. It was rather long, but with me, I'm happy, there we are, to listen to longer videos. I can listen to shorter ones, doesn't bother me, or mediocre, but I'm quite happy to listen to a longer video. If it is, there we are, what I feel I'm going to get something out of it, which is education in my noddle, in my brain. Do you know what I mean? And then I'm learning something new, because ones must always remember we are all here and we are constantly, there we are, constantly learning, my delicious babies. All called there when I said that, okay? Now, this Nazi symbol, if we go back in time, was actually to do with India Hindu, okay? And it was actually a sign of peace, my delicious little babies. It was a sign of peace, okay? So, in other words, over the decades, okay, symbols have been, shall we just say, they've been tampered with, okay, my delicious little babies, and it has not always been for the good of mankind, okay, my delicious little babies. So naturally, if you see a particular sign, one would associate that with something very negative. But if we go back in history, you will find that it actually, there we are, I'm stumbling here, it actually means something entirely different. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay? But looking at the footage here, nobody was really, to be fair, paying really any attention. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? But please, for those of you who have any form of an interest, ones do not have to have an interest in football, because as we know, as much as ones worship, there we are, and love football, okay, it has been put there for, there we are, for a reason, by design, and by design meaning that it is to entertain, okay, which is distracting, there we are, away from other things. Now, do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, okay? Now then, so I just thought I'd mention that. Now, I want to mention something that I'd forgotten all about. So I went up to our little town centre. I'm talking, this was now months ago now when I did this, my delicious little babies. And I seen your dear man there, sat on the floor, God bless him. And, oh, God love him, not in that way, not in that way. And he looked a little bit worse where, others were walking past. Well, God bless them. Everybody's busy, do you know what I mean? Everybody's busy doing their own thing now, aren't they? Do you see what I mean? It's globally. There's always something to do. And 9 times out of 10, there's never enough, there we are, hours in the day to do it. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? So, and something else I just want to mention before I go on to this dear man now, and if anybody, say, has a date, I don't know if you know this, my delicious babies, maybe some of you will get to, there we are, where I'm coming from here, okay, but say if somebody decides just to have a, I don't know, could be a film day if they want to watch a film, or, they simply just have a day where they just do not want to do a lot. Well, it's like in society, it's like that's sort of frowned upon. Do you see what I mean? Like you cannot just slow down. Just chill, baby, chill. Do you see what I mean? Okay, it's like you're classed as being lazy. Well, you see, to me, there's nothing lazy about it. There has to come a point, my delicious little babies, where ones need to, there we are, stand still. Figure of speech, my delicious little babies, it's a figure of speech, it's just a saying, okay? You need to stand still. Anybody, I cannot tell anybody what to do. Can you hear the wind, my delicious little babies, okay? I cannot tell anybody what to do. However, I do feel that, any advice that I give out, should be really, there we are, taken on board at times. Do you see what I mean? So, anybody, any of you delicious little babies or anybody who if they decide that they just do not want to do anything for a day, well, fine, excellent, keep up the excellent work. Because this is how life has become. It's like I talk to a lot of different, you see what I mean, man and woman, and I say, even like when if you go abroad or something like that now, which I have many times over the decades, God bless, it's been a blessing, because you see how other, countries live now. But the fact of the matter is, they sort of do things a different way, my delicious little babies, do you see? So they can equally work hard. This is the best way for me to, put this over to you, my delicious little babies, okay? They can equally work hard, but the balance, there we are, is better. There we are. That's what I'm saying to you, okay? So, like, say, for example, in our UK, I mean, I know that others work different shifts, God bless them, yes, okay? But say in our UK, I mean, everything seems to be flipping 150 mile an hour. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Whereas, say, for example, I don't know, let me just think of somewhere. So, like, if you go to, say, Spain would be the top one that comes to my noddle, okay? And I'm talking about when I've been over the decades, okay? Well, you see, usually, that's how they used to. I'm not so sure about now, but this is how it used to be when I used to go many moons ago. Where they used to have a siesta. Okay, so at that time you'd find very few, there we are, shops open or anything like that now. Sometimes it was like, there we are, a ghost town. Do you see what I mean, okay? But then at a certain time, whatever o'clock it was, okay, my delicious babies, then everybody's up and about, pulling up the shutters, shops opening, do you see what I mean? Then they're probably rocking and rolling and working till midnight, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? But my point is, they got the balance, there we are, correct. That's how I seen it. And that was through the eyes and ears of a young bairn, even from when I was a young bairn. Because, I remember asking my dear dad, God bless him, and I remember saying to him, I said, well, why has everybody gone in? Do you see what I mean, Madam? For me as a young bairn, say 11 years of age, I never understood it. Do you see what I mean, Madam? My dad said, oh, they're going for a sleep. They're going to have a sleep, and then they wake up, and then, they come out later. And of course, for many holiday makers, they would then, have a walk around, maybe purchase, some clothing or whatever it was that they wanted, or jewellery, or, maybe sat down and had a meal, which there we are, which we used to do. Do you see what I'm saying? So, but even from a young age, but I thought, what, the balance is right, because it was very peaceful. It's really hard to explain, my delicious little babies, but I know what I'm saying. It was really peaceful. So you could either be in a swimming pool all day, you could go to the beach. Do you see what I mean? Or you could go and look at different things, because my dad, he found it very hard to sit still. My delicious little babies did, my dad. Do you see what I mean? He said, come on. So we'd only be allowed to have so long in a swimming pool, what I mean? We'd have to go and get the bite to eat, and then, so long in the beach, do you see what I mean, in the sea, and then, he'd say, come on, let's go and have a walk around, let's go and have a look at, a bit of because my dad's very much like that, to have a bit of history, he used to just get bored, just being sat down, do you see what I mean? Whereas I'm the opposite. I go on a very few excursions, my delicious little babies, okay? Well, it's just a flipping how long it takes, you know what I mean? And then you sat on a flipping coach, right, whatever o'clock. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? And by the time you get off, you're flipping hot, you're sweaty, you're feeling tired. Do you know what I mean? And then you sort of get half an hour somewhere, or an hour. Do you see what I mean? And then it's back on a flipping coach, and then it's flipping X amount of clock hours to get back to your hotel. Do you see what I mean? So to me, a holiday is a holiday. My delicious babies, just relax. Chill, baby, chill. Do you see what I mean? That's just how I see it. But when I have my young little beautiful baby daughters, well, of course, when they're young, you're running around, there we are, after them. You know what I mean? You've got to have eyes up your backside, By the way, I'm not saying that to her to offend any dear ladies, any dear women out there who've experienced difficulties or anything, okay? I did not mean it like that. I was just having a conversation, okay? But yes, but and God bless everybody, who is going through some very difficult times at the moment, globally. But what I'm saying to you is that yes, you have to be on the go all the time, you know what I mean? But now I'm older, I can just do my own thing now. Do you see what I mean? So it's a completely different thing altogether, So I just wanted to explain that. Let me get back to this dear man now then. So I stopped to talk to him, to ask him how he was. I do not know why I never even said it on my videos, because you know what it is? I get carried away, because I want to bang out information, and sometimes I get carried away doing that, and then I forget about the other things that I've done or that I've seen. Do you see what I mean, babies? Anyway, so I stood and talked to him, and I asked him if he was all right and everything. Do you see what I mean? Or if you needed anything. And he's just said to me, he said he came from Ukraine. And that reminded me, that video, and I completely, there we are, forgot all about it. And he was dressed all in green, like in the kind of army colours. Do you see what I mean? And he'd really gone through a terrible time. Somebody had also stole his pushback. And what it was, I may have mentioned this before, because that sort of rings a bell. Oh, I don't know. I'd have to go back on my videos, my delicious babies, but I've got over 1,000 videos now, my delicious babies, so, it would take me flipping forever to find it, but it's like looking for a needle in a haystack. Anyway, but, yeah, he helped this woman, thought that he was doing the right thing, over here, and, well, she stole his ka-ching out of his little room, and then had his bike stolen as well. So he didn't have anything, but he was explaining that, he'd been in the army, and, and that he just could not do it anymore. He was only young. I'd say he was only in his early 30s. But I had a really good conversation. Oh, God bless him. I hope he's all right, but all I could do, there we are, as a woman, was just stand and talk to him. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. For most, they'll just walk past. Do you see? I mean, fair enough. If he was asleep, okay, and, I went a bit closer just to see, God bless if he's breathing, okay, then I'd, walk away. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to disturb somebody if they're asleep. If they're asleep, they're asleep. Do you know what I mean? They're getting their shut eye, do you see? But, so I'm not ignorant like that. I never have been, do you know what I mean? I'd always, there we are, do everything I could to try and help somebody, you know what I mean? Because I know what it's like, when you leave home so early, and without that guidance or somebody taking you under their wing or somebody, do you know what I mean? But I was blessed because my dad taught me, and I will say that, God bless him, he taught me the basics of life. Do you see what I mean? So it was easier for myself. But say if you would have somebody who's very young and they've left home and then they do not quite know how to do a number of things now, well, that becomes, there we are, very problematic, okay? Then it then carries into their adulthood. Do you see what I mean? Yes, okay? So yeah, I hope he's all right. But that just reminded me, for some reason, my delicious little babies, it really did. But, this is a state of, and I'll tick you off, Nigel, yes, but this is a state of what's going on. There's nothing else that I want to talk about that's in my book. However, there is something else I'd like to talk about before I leave my video. Now, I've received this morning, my delicious little babies, okay? This was, it wasn't put through my letterbox box. Rewind and start again. It wasn't put through my letterbox, my delicious little babies. It was thrown along with you get these pizza menus and fast food menus, my delicious little babies. I tell you what, they've been around for flipping decades. Do you know what I mean? I mean, if you're looking at, say, a plumber or an electrician or a carpenter, okay, I think there's a book that I get put through my door, is it once a year? You know, for all of these different things now, you know, to help in homes and everything like that, to help others, yes, okay? These flipping fast food and flipping verting, okay? They seem to be coming around a number of times a year. That's every year, my delicious little babies. Oh, just to let you know something else as well. A few days ago now, okay, because we are on a Saturday, aren't we? Yes, we are. A few days ago, oh yeah, television licence came back round my delicious little babies, okay? I said, well, you're not coming, you know, because my little Ruby Tuesday, my beautiful little Ruby Tuesday, she was behind the gate. And he said, oh, can you put... I said, no, I cannot. That's what I said, my delicious little baby. He said, no, I cannot. I said, what are you here for, please and thank you? He said, oh, well, it's to do with your TV. I said, I do not have a television, a television, I said to him. So he said, oh, you do not have one? He says, well, we have to come round. I says, well, I'm sure that you have to come round. I said, and I apologise if I come across as being most abrupt. And I said, but I'm sick and tired of this. I said, I had another man there now. I said, came out, okay? I said, and then he was telling me that, you know, those can come into my house. I said, there's nobody's coming into my flat. Do you know what I mean? I said, I do not have a television. I said, I'm not paying for something that I do not have. I said, end of. I said, and for that, I said, I'm going to wish you, there we are, a nice day. Thank you for calling. He couldn't say nothing. He even said I was under a different name, you know, whoever lived here before my delicious babies. I said, well, no. And of course, you know, at the end of the day, I wasn't going to volunteer my name either, my delicious little babies. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure if they look back in their archives, that they'll know what my surname is. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? But at the end of the day, this is what they do now then. You know, these TV licence are like the effing Jehovah's Witnesses. Do you know what I mean? There we are, that's what it's like. It's like grab, grab, grab. You know what I mean? Grab, grab, grab. You know, money hungry. Do you know what I mean? My delicious little babies. Anyway, I've watched a number of videos on YouTube of late. Keep coming up on my feed, my delicious little babies. Let's just have a sip of my coffee, please, and thank you. Yeah. And of course, they've been told, you know, God bless to do one. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Because ones just do not want them coming to the door now. It's like they're there with a begging bowl. But with the Jehovah's Witnesses, okay, and I've got nothing, by the way, against any Jehovah's Witnesses out there, my delicious little babies. Everybody must stick to their own religions, whatever they believe. Just do not put it on to myself or anybody else who does not wish to have it put on to them. Simple things. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? They've been like that since I was a wee little young lass. Do you know what I mean? They just keep going and going and going, you know, Jehovah's Witnesses, churches pop up here, there and everywhere. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? This has been happening for decades. But, you know, once they join, okay, they do not tell you all of this now then. They show you the leaflet, or the pamphlet, whatever they call it. Okay, they show you all that, and they chat, but they don't take you that, don't tell you, sorry, that they take a certain percentage of your wage, my delicious little babies. They do not tell you that, do they? So like I said, I've got nothing against any religion, what anybody believes. So I'm not here ever on my videos to hurt, offend or upset anyone. I'm just done saying it. It pees me off. And ones should not have things straight bang in the birth races every 5 minutes. We're not a liking. We're not a wanting. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? But it seems to be there's an awful effing lot of it. And it pees me off. And there's others out there who equally get peed off with it, my delicious little babies. Of course, you know, you got some, God bless them, where they do not want to say anything, you know, they'd rather keep quiet. Well, I'm just not one of them, my delicious little babies. No, I'm not. You know, I believe in what I believe, and that's it. End of. You know, and I do not believe in some of the practices either, put it that way, my delicious little babies. No, I do not. And there is going to be a day, my delicious little babies, there we are, believe me on this one. And I am going to be talking about this, but I'm going to make sure, okay, I already know, right, but I'm going to make sure I have got it perfectly correct. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay? So what I'm saying is, ones should not put their religions upon, there we are, stumbling again, upon others. My delicious little babies, it's not right at all. My delicious babies, I do not agree with it. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend that, yes, you know what I mean? Or someone's going to talk me into it. I don't think so. It's not happening. It's no go. So they can chat all they like. But they even know with me now, my delicious little babies over these years, not to even knock on my door. They know. They do not even look at me. Do you see what I mean? Okay? And of course, the one thing about some Jehovah's Witnesses, not all of them, but some of them, my delicious little babies, okay? They don't like being told. They just do not like it, my delicious little babies. But I've done, there we are, a lot of research on, there we are, on this subject. Okay? And the one thing that they do not like is being told. No, they do not. But they will move, you know, figure of speech, my old-fashioned saying, my delicious babies, they'll move heaven and earth to sucker you in. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? And you should see how large it is, especially over the pond in America. Oh, it's super duper large over there, isn't it? My delicious little babies. And, you know, because you've got other ones, haven't you? You've got the Mormons, you've got, what is it as well? Who was in that now? What's his name? John Travolta, the one who was in Grease. Grease Lightning. Him and, what's his name? Tom Cruise. You know, that one who flipping throws a flipping hissy fit. You know what I mean, my delicious babies, when he cannot get his own way. That one there now, yeah, that one, okay? Well, wasn't they into that Scientology or whatever it's bloody damn well called? Okay, my delicious babies. See, this is what I'm saying, okay? There's religion for this, religion for that, religion for the next thing now, right? To me, I don't have a problem with anybody. If somebody wants to be this religion, whether it's Christian, whether it's Catholic, whether it's Muslim, whether it's Orthodox, you know, the list just goes on and on and on. That's not being disrespectful. But to me, do not put your religion on to myself or others who do not want it. Simple things. Do you see? We all have a right on this earth as mankind to believe, there we are, in what we want to believe in. Not to be pushed, coerced or forced, there we are, to believe in one thing now. It doesn't work that way with me. And I've been here for 50 years. And if it hasn't been for the fact that I stand up for myself, and there we are, and speak up for myself, do you know what I mean? I probably would not be here, my delicious little babies, do you see? But I will not put up with it. No, I will not. Ever. It's not happening. Now then, finally, my delicious little babies, I'm not shouting at any of you. And if any of you have any other religion, this is not a personal thing now. No, it is not. I'm just explaining how I feel and how I've felt over my decades. Do you know what I mean? I'm not a wanting. I'm not a liking. Do you see? My delicious little babies, okay? Now then, finally, yeah, so we've had, what is it? I don't see so many Conservative come through the door as votes, actually. I don't see that. Mind you, me personally, I'm not voting for nobody. I was given 2 poll cards yesterday. Well, I just tore them up in front of me, lovely person. I'm not in that way, not in that way. I said, that's what I effing think of them. But he just laughs at me because, not that he's laughing because obviously he's pursed in, do you know what I mean? But he knows what I'm like. Do you understand what I mean, okay? So he just says, I know what you like. Do you know what I mean? But I just tore it up. That's it. Tiny little bits. Effed it in the bin. Job done. I'm not flipping voting for nobody because they're all as bad as each other. I've already been done saying it. Get rid of every single government. Their services is no longer required. Watch that they do not bang the effing head on the way out and stick them all on a little island. Okay, my delicious little babies? That's what I say, so that they can eat their own damn selves. That's my belief, my delicious little babies, because none of them are there to help any of us globally. Believe me on that one. And I'm so pleased, dear God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, that there are more, God bless, okay, who have awakened to this. There we are. Do you see? They're realising the extent of the damage that our putrid effing governments in the UK and globally, there we are, have caused. So no, I do not vote for anything. But this was interesting, actually. First ever time I've had her. And that's why I'm mentioning it. Got an itch. Okay? So I'm not shouting at you, my delicious babies. I'm just very passionate about things. And I like to share it on my videos. And God bless anybody. God bless, God bless, God bless, God bless. You know, for anybody who even takes the time to listen to my videos, or even, you know, go and take a look at some of the information of the videos that I advertise. My delicious babies, God bless you all. So much love. Okay? But this is a new one for me. I've never seen this before, so I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Okay, my delicious babies, that's the back. That's the back of it, isn't it? This is the front. Okay, my delicious babies, where have we seen like a sign? Where have we seen a sign like that before, my delicious little babies? Just asking. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay, yeah. See the sign very clearly, my delicious little babies. Now then, so my first thoughts when I looked at your man there now, okay, my first thoughts was, well, looks very much, doesn't matter how you dress it up, in pretty red and yellow birds, he looks very mafia-like. There we are. My delicious little babies, okay? So, to me, you know, it's like the dark shades, glasses type of thing now. Do you see what I mean, okay? Plus, you know, the old hand symbols and all that, my delicious little babies, okay? So let's read this, shall we, my delicious babies? And before anybody who watches my videos, okay, you already know me, my delicious little babies, okay? God bless you, okay? But for those who do not, my own mum's dad was a Bangladeshi man, okay? So this has got nothing to do with anybody's colour or anything. I'm merely pointing out things now, okay, my delicious little babies. You know, when most will probably look at it, or, you know, throw it in the bin or whatever they do, or vote or whatever. Could be anyone who they're voting for. Could be that, what's his name, that putrid Keir Starmer, who some are still saying, oh yeah, they'll be in power and everything else. Well, according to the last time I'd heard something, my delicious little babies, does not seem to be going very well, does it, for Keir Starmer? Because he's no sir, he's a putrid piece of effing shite. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? So let's continue. Vote Ahmed Yaqub for West Midlands Mayor, 2nd of May. Voice for the voiceless, voice for the voiceless. Well, it appears to me, my delicious babies, I'm not sure about yourselves, okay, but we have plenty in our UK of ones who very sadly have not been able to use their voice, my delicious little babies, okay? But this is something different. It's like with a, there we are, with a twist. You know what I mean, my delicious babies? You know what it reminds me of? You know that martini advert, you know, shaken, not stirred. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? So it just came to my noddle. Lend Gaza your vote. Oh. Lend Gaza your vote. I'll repeat it once again, shall I, my delicious little babies? Lend Gaza your vote. I've said that 3 times, my delicious little babies. Yaqub Ahmed, independent. Right, okay, let's read on, shall we? Why I'm standing. Because like I said, this is the first ever time I've received one of these leaflets. First ever time in my life, my delicious little babies, and I'm 50 now. Sorry, excuse me. The appalling scenes unfolding in Gaza demand action. Oh, right, okay, the demand action. What has our putrid effing governments been doing to help Gaza? They've all been for the putrid Israel, haven't they? Mardlish babies, like I said, I never side with any war. There's only one. It benefits. There we are. Mardlish babies, but they use everyone else, the little lackeys, to do the damn dirty work, isn't it? Let's carry on, shall we? Our so-called leaders, whom we've entrusted. Yeah, we hear that word a lot, Mardlish babies, trust. Okay? It's like, what is it? We heard it a lot in America, didn't we? Trust. We hear it a lot with the putrid effing fake king in our UK. Trust. Trust for this, trust for that. Do you know what I mean, Mardlish babies? Let's continue. Who we've entrusted for far too long. Oh, well, he's actually said something right there. Have failed us miserably. Well, miserably is an understatement. They've turned a blind eye while innocent children perish and countless Palestinians are left homeless and starving. Well, yes, Mardlish babies, I've seen plenty of footage, very sadly, on this appalling, disgusting, awful, putrid, wicked and evil live who do these nasty things now. I've seen enough to last me a lifetime, Mardlish babies, but let's not forget any other war. Mardlish babies, okay? Please, let us not forget. Okay? And please and thank you. But I'm not here to offer empty promises or political rhetoric. I'm a lifelong resident of the West Midlands, a dedicated lawyer, who has witnessed the suffering firsthand. I've stood alongside courageous individuals tirelessly advocating for a ceasefire and an end to the atrocities in Gaza. Yet instead of support, they faced ridicule and scorn from those affiliated with the Labour Party. Mardlish babies, enough is enough. It's time for a change. The Labour Party has let us down not only in their failure to provide essential local services, but also in their delayed response to the unimaginable crisis in Gaza. Okay, here's what... You see, I'm not sure whether, because, if you make a promise, you usually stick to your promise, don't you, Mardlish babies? Unless there is something really dire that gets, there we are, in your way, okay, Mardlish babies. But other than that, a promise is a promise, isn't it? And what I would say is better late than never, okay, Mardlish babies. As a candidate for the West Midlands Mayor, I pledge, I was wondering when this word was going to come in. This is what we've been hearing with our putrid effing flipping UK governments and any other putrid effing governments around the world, Mardlish babies. They use that word a lot, pledge, which simply means now, in simple terms, okay, the way I see it, they don't do an effing damn thing, right? They just tell you this, that and the other, wait till they get in, and then Jack Shark gets done, Mardlish babies. Simple things, that's how it rocks and rolls, okay? So, see, pledge. To be the voice of the voiceless. I urge you this time around to lend your vote to the people of Gaza. I can see what's happening here. What is it? Never let a crisis go to waste. There we are, Mardlish babies. That's how I see this now then, isn't it? Okay, let's continue to read. I will fight tooth and nail for our local services, ensuring that the people of the West Midlands never have to question whether it's acceptable to condemn war crimes. Well, I'm getting nothing across my shoulders, my delicious little babies, so all the words in the world are not really going to figure of speech, my delicious little babies, not in literal terms. It's not going to cut the piece of paper with me, my delicious little babies, do you say? Because whatever they say, they do not seem to back it up with the actions. My delicious little babies, are you following me? Please and thank you. Let's continue. Together, let's make a stand for justice. What's that? Decency. They wouldn't know decency, our putrid effing UK governments, okay? If it, politely speaking, figure of speech, my delicious babies, if it slapped them in the boat race. they wouldn't know the word decency because none of them are decent, and how they can even sleep at night with the wicked and putrid behaviour that they spew out every single day is absolutely beyond me. My delicious little babies, let's continue. And human rights. Vote for me and let's bring about the change we desperately need. I'm getting nothing across my shoulders, my delicious babies. I'm not just saying it. If I was getting something, I'd go cold. Either here it usually starts or in the centre and then it goes across. I'm not getting anything, my delicious little babies, okay? So this is not me being a bitch. This is, there we are, just me just done saying it the way it is, okay? So it seems to me that there we are, my pledges again, that words are very easy. Okay, my delicious little babies, let's continue. My pledges: unshamedly support the people of Gaza. Set up an emergency aid route to Gaza. Yeah, get into the little nooks and crannies now, aren't we, my delicious little babies? Fearless advocacy for the people of Kashmir. Keep our streets clean by keeping the weekly bin collection. Oh, so we've got to be grateful, you know, with everybody who pays council tax, my delicious babies, okay, who pay for a service like bins, potholes, a number of different things now, okay? So let me repeat this again for you, shall I? Keeping our streets clean by keeping the weekly bin collection, like we're meant to be grateful. There we are. We're meant to be grateful out here, my delicious babies. The bin men, God bless them. There we are. God love them. They do a wonderful, there we are, a wonderful job, okay? And I give them chocolates and, you know what I mean, say thank you, and biscuits and things now, yes, okay? Because they are not allowed to accept any ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. So instead I'll give them some wafer biscuits or something like that, okay? So I respect our bin men, okay? But to say this, like we're meant to be grateful, it's an effing jerk. Let's continue. Reduce congestion on our roads by allowing taxi drivers to use bus lanes. Oh, so they spent, because I got flipping hit with one of those, not literally, my delicious babies, I don't mean literally hit, when I accidentally, years ago now, went through a bus lane and then got a flipping ticket, didn't I? My delicious little babies, okay? So, right, so trying to help the taxi drivers out there, my delicious little babies, okay? Plenty of taxi drivers, aren't there? When somebody wants to go in, let's just say hired help, okay, to go in and bomb somebody else. Do you know what I mean, okay? Always a driver, isn't there, my delicious little babies, okay? Let's continue. Ensure bereavement service cater for religious requirements by ensuring fast and speedy processing. Can you see, my delicious little babies? These are all the pledges. Well, I'm telling you now, here we go. Labour has failed us. Israel has the right to withhold power and water from Gaza. Keir Starmer. Yes, my delicious babies, okay? These are the ones who go back to their cosy homes, okay? And it's not just our UK government. It's the other putrid governments around the world. There we are. Who are rewind and start again, stumbling again. Who are participating in this disgusting, awful, wicked and putrid business now, isn't it? And they go back into their cosy little homes, eat full and plenty, you know, yam off their food like it's no tomorrow, okay, eat the best of what they eat, and then all of us out of here, you know, they poison us and with the water and the food, okay, treat us all like shark globally, okay, my delicious little babies, okay, they can have their clothes washed. You know, for those who have little bairns, little children, okay, they can go and put their little babies to bed, can't they? Whereas in Gaza and in other war zones, they never got that luxury, did they, my delicious little babies? Just pointing it out, just pointing it out. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? I have a lot to say, but like I said, I do not side with any war, because like I said, there's only one who benefits. I've been continuously, there we are, saying this, and I will continue to say it. Okay, and if anybody says to me, okay, because I've been hearing this as well, if anybody says to me, oh, but you know, there are nice Israelis. No, they're not. They've been trained to be wicked, putrid and killing machines. That is what they are. So no, I do not feel that they're very nice at all. And especially with the videos that I've seen, we can all say that there's good and bad in man and woman. Yes, we can. But let me tell you, from what I've seen, there seems to be a total lack of respect. And they seem to feel, there we are, stumbling again, that they're most entitled. Well, they're not entitled. They're no more entitled than any other country. But they seem to think now, okay, that they're most important. Well, the whole of the world, there we are, is seeing just what they seem to think about, not only us globally, but the Gazans and everyone, for that matter. Do you see, my delicious babies, okay? And you also have to look at, and I keep saying this, any leader, there we are, who has been in power for X amount of years, there we are, you have to ask yourself a question, why? And you know that, what's his name, that Nahu, that flipping one, Israeli bloody whatever he is, Prime Minister, whatever he is, okay, my delicious babies, you know, every time I look at him, I see a seedy, dirty, filthy, disgusting creature. That's what I see in him. Okay? If you look real close at him, he's a smarmy, slithery, lower than a snake's belly, snake in the grass, and you couldn't get lower than that. Okay? But I bet he probably, there we are, goes somewhere, you know, with his old fetish and everything. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? So, just very lastly, lend your vote to the people of Gaza, yeah. So that's what they're doing now. Can you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? To me, this is disgusting. That's how I see this, my delicious little babies, okay? Because that's going to then play on one's heartstrings. There we are. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? But remember where it said pledge. When they pledge, it means jack shot, my delicious little babies. Jack shot, okay? So I have a very different view on this, okay? And with any of these that come through my door, okay? Oh, here, your vote matters. Make sure you vote. You know, you've always got one of these there, haven't you, my delicious babies? They seem to be everywhere, don't they? Okay, yeah, please make sure you are registered to vote, okay? So you could do it online, you know, all like that. Well, with any, whether it be Conservative, whether it be Labour, whether it be Greens, no matter who it is, my delicious little babies, I've got a bin outside. That's my thoughts, my delicious little babies, okay? Right now, we have got the NHS in ruins in our UK, okay? We've got doctors, you know, and nurses who appear to be overrun, you know, with ones who are in hospitals with, I wonder what they've got, my delicious babies, and that's not being sarcastic at all, okay? Right? So we've got our country, our UK, being destroyed from within, okay, my delicious little babies, okay, because they're all little bitches for we know who, okay, my delicious little babies, our putrid effing UK governments, okay. We have got problems to do with taxis, to do with driving, to do with 15-minute cities. We have got a hell of a lot of problems right now in our UK, my delicious little babies, okay. My heart goes out to any war, over the decades, as long as I've been alive, okay? But the fact of the matter is, my delicious little babies, okay? Even if we were to go over, right, for ones to volunteer to go over, look what they're doing. Look what they're doing. They're completely, there we are, destroying, okay, my delicious little babies, okay? The point is, we need to be concentrating, there we are, ding, ding, dong, dong, on our own countries. My heart really does, and my prayers goes out to everybody. Dear God, Jesus Christ in Nazareth, it does. But we must be concentrating on each and every one of our own countries. And this does not seem, it seems, to be happening, my delicious little babies, do you say? So it's got nothing to do with the fact that I feel this way now or that way. No, it does not. Because I've got blood running through my veins. I happen to care for mankind. No matter what colour, nationality, we've all got the same colour blood running through our veins. But we need to get our own countries in order. There we are. And quick smart. Okay, because let me tell you, you know, they're really trying their best. They're throwing literally these and the putrid little lackeys, everything at us. You see, we cannot just sit here. Like I said, I believe, there we are, that we won anyway. Do you see what I mean, okay? But anyone can do a leaflet. Do you know what I mean, Mads, little babies? I mean, say, for example, you got 5,000 of them, probably cost 150 quid. Do you know what I mean? You know, mind you, one side was probably that. You know, so it's probably a couple of hundred, you know, for 5,000 of those leaflets. It means nothing at all because it's just something printed on effing paper. Do you know what I mean, Mads, little babies? That's what that means. But a pledge means absolutely jack shart. Not going to do jack shart. But this is what I'm saying. You know, and, you know, you still hear others, oh, but I'm going to vote for this. Oh, for goodness sake. I'm not going to say anything more, Mads, little babies, because you know what? It just flipping racks me off. I get really paid off with it. And I'm not here for those of you to, you know, to feel that I'm offensive in any way. No, I'm not. It's just that we need to get back what I called, there we are, to basics. To look after our own countries, okay? And for we know who, okay? To just stop flipping, causing trouble all over the world, because none of us need this. We do not want it. We're not a liking. We do not want it. But they know this. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? But they want to drag us into what they want to do just to make ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. Well, now, there we are, many millions have woken up to see this. Okay? So there we are. So this can only be, you know, it's so terrible what's happening, but at the same time, it's made others see. There we are. A lot quicker than maybe what they would have done, God bless. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? And this has all been from the lockdowns, my delicious little babies, okay? So what they were hoping to happen, okay, my delicious babies, if you follow me, okay, has not quite happened the way that they wanted it to, okay? And now, since then, more and more have awakened. Well, to me, there we are, this is an excellent thing for ones to see what's really going on, my delicious little babies, and it's putrid. Absolutely wicked, putrid and evil. But like I said, evil lives, don't they? My delicious little babies, do you say? So, to me, no, I won't be voting for nobody. And I certainly will not fall for that. And I do not mean that nastily. My delicious little babies, do you say? You know, what can we really do to help those poor dear little souls in Gaza? Do you see what I mean? Okay, there's very little we can do. Do you say? Okay, and any help to get help in there, well, for one way or another, there we are, just gets blocked. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little baby? So at the end of the day, what can we do? But we must concentrate, each and every country, there we are, on our own countries, and stop being dragged in to other conflicts which are F all to do with any of us. Because we wouldn't wake up in the morning and just want to go to war with anybody. Nobody would. It's these and the little lackeys who they've got doing the damn dirty work. But I keep saying, you know, the army, everything, it's somebody's son, somebody's daughter, somebody's niece, somebody's nephew, somebody's uncle, somebody's auntie. But they don't give a shit about that. And of course, the ones who do go in, they're not understanding, there we are, why they're even in the war, and then they're just doing the target. I've seen that many putrid videos to last me an effing lifetime. It's wicked and putrid to do that to innocent. Do you say? But the fact of the matter is, we must concentrate on our own. So while all of this is going on, I do not mean it nastily. And our prayers must go out to everybody globally. There's so much happening. There's wars and lots of other things, but there's also a war on us as mankind and beautiful little and large animals, little and large beautiful little birdies, beautiful creatures great and small. There's a war on all of us globally. And that's what they're trying, there we are, to distract us from. And enough is enough. That's all I'm saying, my delicious babies. So please, wherever you are in the world, thank you for listening. I'm not shouting at you, my delicious babies. It's just that when you can see, but to me, manipulation, you see, that's there we are, that's all that was. You know, to manipulate, to get pulling on heartstrings, it's only a figure of speech, my delicious babies. That's exactly what that is. Okay? But unless they can put their flipping ka-ching and the leaflets where their mouth is, then don't come chatting to any of us out here. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? They've done this for too many years and it must now stop. There we are, for good. We want this to end for good as quick as possible. There we are, as quick as possible. Okay? Otherwise, let me tell you, you know what I mean? And for anybody who even wants to do YouTube videos, anything, every single freedom will be removed. There we are, will be removed. That's why this must stop, and it will stop. We want it to stop as soon as, there we are, possible. You see, enough get together, we say no. No more of the leaflets, whether it's Conservative, Labour, Mr. Ahmed, okay, my delicious babies, any leaflet. We're not interested. Any party, we're not interested. Because it end up, there we are, being bought. Okay, my delicious babies, nothing will ever change. And one last thing. I heard on, what was it? Because I followed a lot of that to do with Maui. Okay, my delicious babies, and then they said that the ones with the blue roofs are the ones that were saved. Yeah, I've seen a lot of footage on this actually over the months. There we are. Okay, yes I have. Right, I've got something to say here. And then I heard on the SGT report on BitChute, my delicious babies, okay, because I listened to Sean and his guests, that in China they're painting the homes blue. Painting the homes blue, my delicious babies. I've never heard, there we are, such manipulation in all my flipping effing life. Well, I have. It just gets worse and worse. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? Do you see? So now, apparently, all the Chinese, God bless them, okay, are painting the rooms blue. Have you ever heard anything so bonkers, crackers and crazy in your life, my delicious babies, okay? You see, to me, again, this is a manipulation. Do you see? I can see it. Can you see? There we are. I can see it big times. Do you see, my delicious little babies, okay? But I certainly won't be painting my home flipping blue. I prefer white pure spirit myself. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? But this is the craziness, the crackersness. And by the way, if you want to hear, you know, to do with China, for anybody who happens to have an interest, please listen to The China Show. The China Show, you know, on YouTube, my delicious babies, okay? And he's also has another channel, Serpentes, on YouTube, my delicious babies, Serpentes, okay? He's got well over 1 million subscribers on Serpentes and nearly 300,000 on the China Show on YouTube, my delicious babies. So you want to hear more, okay? You're going to get practically the truth. You get it from you two gentlemen there now then. Okay, my delicious babies? So, not saying that what Sean said. No, I'm not saying that. I did not mean it's that way with the SGT report. No, I did not. Okay, all I'm saying is that you can see what's going on. You see, and of course they want everything blue, because as we very well know, you know, in with that putrid effing Biden, you know, in over the pond in America. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious babies? Hello. Do you see? You can see there we are, how this is rocking and rolling. Anyway, that's the end of my video. So please, you know, wherever you are, have a super duper delicious time. You only get one life. Very true, my delicious babies. And of course, we must continue, for those of us who pray, to say our prayers and send out our positive thoughts and healing to any healers out there, you know, to send to others. But, you know, when there's very little we can do, we must concentrate on our own countries. Each and every country must concentrate on their own. Do you see? And it's the only way, there we are, we get through this. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? And a smiley day keeps the doctor away. And regardless of which, we must continue to lift the vibration, okay? Because, yeah, they are just going to keep throwing more at us. You see what I mean? But the more and more and more who say no, 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 is that they're just not going to get away. And I do not believe that they are. Do you see what I mean? Because more and more and more, there we are, can see now, isn't it? Do you see? And for that can only be a good thing, because more eyes are open. It's so sad what's going on, but these and the putrid little lackeys have exposed themselves, there we are, for what they really are. Okay, so my video's gone on long enough. So much love. Thank you once again for listening. Okay, God bless. I wasn't shouting, and I'm not here to hurt, offend, or upset anybody. I'm just giving my views. I'm a woman with a view. She'll have me effing view. Okay, so until my next video, take care. Much love. If it's morning or evening, have a beautiful time wherever you are. God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.